Good morning. Good morning, guys. It is another day. Anyway, so we are just hanging out here. I've got Benny and Rosie and Amelia and Kennedy and Ivy are wrapped up in that blanket over there. CR took the dogs to the vet because they needed updated rabies and Bordetella shots, I believe. We weren't able to kennel them in the place that we normally do when we went to go pick him up because they weren't up to date on their shots. So we needed to get them up to date on their shots. So anyways, yeah, so they weren't up to date on their shots, so we had to do that. So CR took Shelby, Noah, and Jonah with him. We take our dogs to like this country vet that's like 45 minutes away. They service, that's probably the wrong word. But they take care of like large animals and stuff too. So like back when I used to have my horse, that was his vet's office. So that's just where we've always gone, and they have all of our pet records and everything. We could probably find a place closer, but anyway, so he'll be gone for a few hours. So we are just hanging out here. We're still just kind of trying to find our new normal around here and figure out what our day-to-day schedule is gonna look like with a newborn and toddlers and other kids and everything. We're trying to get everything set up to start back to school as well. So I'll show you guys. I went to the store and bought some like first day of school stuff. I don't want to talk about it in front of Kennedy, but I have a little surprise. So I'll show you guys in a little bit like what I got to get us ready for our first day of school.
Babies.
Babies. Hey, what are you doing?
I don't know. Look. Yeah.
All right, crew. That wasn't too bad. So Angie and I, yeah, today we needed to divide and conquer a little bit. There's some loose ends that we needed to get wrapped up, not only for our kennel, but also for the adoption paperwork. We had Stella and Chloe that were a little bit overdue for a couple shots. Fully expected to wait here for a couple hours. That's usually the protocol. So I packed this giant snack bag. Noah, Jonah, you guys okay? All right. So anyways, this worked out perfectly. We got in and literally sat down for 5 minutes and they called us back in and out, and we're already on the way home. So Shelby, this turned out pretty good. Appreciate the help. And on top of that, we got lollipops and dog treats. So let's get out of here.
All right, so the kids are just chilling in there. I'm going through and I pretty much have everything prepared for school. There was a couple of books that we were missing and we finally got them. So I'm gonna go through and pull out the kids' first week of lessons. But the thing I came in here actually to talk to you guys about is this little thing right here. I kind of showed it when I did a room tour of our homeschool room over on my second channel. And I got a lot of questions, and then as I've like casually mentioned it in vlogs, we've had a lot of questions about this kind of like system. So I thought I would just show it to you guys really quick and explain what we do. Also, I'm eating fruit snacks, which I should not be doing while I'm talking. I've talked about this before, that we don't really give our kids like an allowance or anything like that. You have sort of typical tasks around our house that are like your chores and responsibilities, because you live here and we're a family and we're a team and we help each other out. And like, nobody pays me to make my bed, nobody pays me to do the dishes, nobody pays me to feed my dogs. And so for us, it just doesn't feel like a good applicable life lesson to teach our kids that they get paid for like daily maintenance things, if that makes sense. What we ended up deciding to do, because our kids still want to be able to earn money, and so we've always just said like, okay, well, you can earn money by doing extra things on top of your regular chores, which that worked okay. But if you've been following me for years, you know that over the years we have come to these places where when we feel like our kids are starting to value their things more than each other in relationships and people, then that's like where we draw the line. That's a really big deal in our house, kindness and the way that we treat each other. We believe that matters more than most anything else. And so one of the ways that we like to do that is by encouraging our kids to consider and to exhibit fruits of the Spirit. So there is a Bible verse that talks about what the different fruits of the Spirit are. And so we had, for a while, we had them written down on this chalkboard here to help the kids remember, but we don't do that anymore because they pretty much know. So how it works is basically I have this big jar here I have this giant jar here full of tokens, and those tokens are just like the cheapy like pirate tokens from Hobby Lobby. And each of the kids has a mason jar, and we keep them all up here. And anytime Christopher or I see the kids exhibiting fruits of the Spirit, if they are being kind, if they're being compassionate, if they're being extra generous or loving, if they're going out of their way to help their siblings, just anything that's exhibiting that patience, joy, love, any of those fruits of the Spirit, then they earn a token for that. So obviously that, you know, we evaluate it a little differently for every kid depending on their age and stuff like that. But so basically at the end of the month, we take and add up all the tokens that they have, and they can turn them in for different things. They can turn them in for like a new toy, a date with mom or dad. And then for our older girls who actually care about making money right now, they can turn them in for money. That's just kind of how we've been doing things. We've been doing this for 4 months now, and it's working really, really well in our house. Okay, so then that leads me to, what do the kids do with the money once they've earned it? Like I said, our younger kids have just been wanting to turn their tokens in for a toy or something like that, but we are starting to work on more like money principles with them, on saving and giving and things like that. And so I've shared with you guys before that we opened youth accounts with ECCU. The kids have had those for a few months now. The older two have had those for a few months now, and they have just been working out so well for us. I've shared about it on Instagram and here, kind of why we started them, but it's so nice because number one, the kids can look at and keep track of their money, and it makes it a lot easier, especially for the girls, to see where their money is going. It also makes it easier because they have debit cards. So like, for example, recently the girls that went with my mom somewhere, or like they're gonna go to Carowinds with their friends really soon, and they're gonna have like this little day out. And so they'll be able to take their debit cards with them. And then I don't have to worry about, do I have cash? Do I need to run to the ATM and get them cash? They have their debit cards that they can take with them and use. And we both, my husband and I both just really feel like teaching your kids good money principles early on is really good. And both of us definitely struggled with that at the beginning of our marriage, and it took us a lot of like hard lessons to be better with our money and be better stewards of our money. So we're hoping to instill that in our kids at a much younger age. So I will leave all the information linked down below about the ECCU accounts, the youth accounts. Even if you're not a homeschooling family, I think that they can be a really great way to help and encourage your kids to take some responsibility for their own money and what they're doing with it and how they're spending it, and helping them keep track. Plus, again, just making your life a little bit easier because you don't have to do that, and you don't have to like rush out to the ATM and stuff. That your kid just has their card and they have their money, and when it's gone, it's gone. And I think that's a lot easier for them to really visualize and see it than just like the bank of mom and dad. So anyways, I will leave all the information linked down below if you guys want to find out more about those ECCU youth accounts. Kennedy sat down to do a little studying and got her snack. And Amelia saw her and ran over and said, ooh, snack. This baby's ponytail, I cannot, y'all. Her hair is like short. No, it looks like, she looks like one of the founding fathers, or she looks like Zachary Binks from Hocus Pocus. Like, do you see that squirrely little ponytail? I do not know what to do. Her hair is so thin, and it's like it only grows on this side and not this side. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the baby and do this. This side and not this side. It's very short over there. I'm sorry, Benny. He's like, you're squishing me. So her hair is so thin, I can't really get it into a good ponytail.
Don't jump.
And when I do, it just slips out and then does that. And it's like her hair is so fine and thin that the second she lays down, it knots up. I feel like I'm gonna have to take her in and get her hair cut. We're gonna have to cut some bangs and just cut it a little shorter until it grows in thicker. What do you think, Amelia? You wanna get a haircut? You just wanna jump on Kennedy. You wanna get a haircut? Woo! You wanna get a haircut?
I wanna come when you get a haircut.
Fraggle Rock? You got that Fraggle Rock hair. You got that Fraggle Rock hair. Speaking of hair, I feel like his is starting to curl a little bit up the sides. Yeah? Is your hair starting to curl?
Can you say Baba, please?
Baba!
Yes, I know you want a Baba, but can you say please? You can? You can say please?
Yay!
How about Baba, please? look like a little girl on the sofa again.
Yeah. Ivy, shh. What'd you find? What is it? Oh.
Build me a house.
Okay. This one fell asleep. Out like a light. Boys went to go ride bikes with neighbor boys. Yes?
Uh-huh, they did.
Uh-huh. Vinny's getting a little food there, and we discovered this is the bottle that he likes. It's the Boob bottle by Juvie. So that's the bottle that he ended up liking, it's called like the Boob by Juvie. So I've got to go, I'm gonna quickly look and see. I don't think they have it at Target. I think I'm gonna have to go back to Bye Bye Baby, which is like
He's in Juvie.
35 minutes
What do you do?
away. So I'm gonna run, go do that really quickly. I just changed out of a sweater and into a flannel as if that is somehow better, but I like to pretend that it's fall, and it's like 90 degrees today, right?
That's for
Yeah, it's the first day of fall, and it's like 90
This is a weird time
degrees.
of year for you because it's starting to look like fall outside. The leaves are falling. We got some changing of colors, yet it's 92. And
Yeah.
so you look out the window, you're like, oh, all the fall vibes, and flannel comes out. It's good though. She's
Ivy, I
trying to put on-
don't think you can fit into that, my dear. I don't think it's gonna happen. Hey man, we haven't seen you on the vlog today. How are ya? You been riding bikes with friends? What are you eating? You're eating a hot dog and a hamburger? Are you just a growing boy who likes to eat? Hey, we should pick some recipes out of your Congo cookbook, and we gotta make those. We keep telling people we're gonna do it. You wanna do it this week? Okay.
Me, Mom.
You? We just had your fried rice recipe last night for dinner. Should we put that in our cookbook too? Rosie's fried rice?
Oh,
Yeah?
That's good.
You like that?
I do like that. I actually like her fried rice.
So these are the bottles that I was talking about, and they were basically like clearancing them out. Yes. Yeah? Good job eating your dinner. So I basically just bought the rest of what they had. And I also bought this. I've seen a lot of people use this and love it. So I decided to try it. This is the Hatch Baby Rest. So this will be a good night light for me. It also plays music and stuff. If I end up liking it, we might get another one for the twins room too, but we're gonna try that out. That's it, nothing too overly exciting, just a bunch of bottles. So I was just gonna show you guys some of the stuff I got for our first day back to school. So I got like this banner thing to hang over the door. I mean, we're not going like nuts or anything. Just some little party decorations. We're gonna kind of dress up the schoolroom. And then my plan, oh, I got this little banner that says, what does it say? You are magical. And then I got some plates that we're gonna have like a special breakfast on that morning. And then I got all the kids these little crowns to wear for the first day. And then when they come through the doorway where we'll have all this set up, then Sierra and I are going to be waiting with these to get them. All right, so I think that's going to be it from us today.
It's not a nipple, little man.
We're still trying to figure out our new like routine and normal. It's a little
Hard?
It's a little hard and it's a little tiring.
Hi.
We just gotta figure it out, that's all. We just gotta figure out what's gonna work for us and all of that, but we're getting there. I'm gonna chew that burger right in my ear, and I can't say anything. I ate fruit
Costco.
Snacks earlier on camera, and
What
was
is
gross.
in this? It's like herbs and cheese.
Yeah, they have
or
like these
something?
chicken
It's really
burgers
good.
at Costco that are super good. So anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the ECCU Youth Accounts. I'll have that link down below. What do you think,
Bye.
Benny Man? Benny Man? Bye. Bye.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away.